Now we're rolling. Just go, innit? Just go, as we do.
I can hear you perfect. You know,
Yeah.
you're going rogue and going without headphones.
Going without headphones. I'm that good at this podcast shit now.
Mm.
I don't need headphones.
Let me swivel round.
Swivel. Oh, you need to talk. I look at someone, don't you? When
I need to.
we're speaking.
I need to look directly at you.
I'll try and swivel for you as well.
You don't have to swivel for
There
me.
we go. That's not bad.
There we go.
There we go. Hello. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Rich, how you feeling? Last night, big win. This is what's on my mind today.
I'm feeling like we're gonna win the Champions League.
Come on.
Do you think we deserved it?
Nah.
What do you mean?
We're
talking about Man United, by the way.
Okay, so your context.
You know what? Every time me and you on a podcast together, we
Yeah.
always talk about Man United. But yeah, come.
You know the game we're talking about. Juve 1, United 2. I think you stole one, but it was good to see. Now, do you know what? You done all right in the first half, actually.
We did well for the whole game. People say we stole. Yeah, we did steal the game, but they didn't finish us off. It's
True.
one of those, you know.
They did hit the bar and hit the post as well.
Yeah, man, they come close, but they just didn't come close enough, did they?
No, you know what I mean?
You see Mourinho?
Who was he doing that to?
The crowd and shit. He said, Juventus disrespected his family and his inter family or something.
Mm.
Yeah, so he's still backing up. Like he's like backing him up for being disrespectful to Inter Milan.
It will never change though, will he, Jose? That's what I like about him.
I don't want him to change. See, I'm against him all the time, and I'm back on his side again. I don't know, man.
He tried, and he had a few months where he tried to be a United manager.
He just needs to be him.
Yeah,
Just
now
be
he's thinking,
Mourinho,
fuck
man.
it.
Yeah, just be fucking you. And I think it started working since he just thought when he stopped giving a fuck,
Mm.
and he's just stopped giving a shit now. Like he's like, I'm just gonna be me again.
Yeah, it's not
Like
the
against
sexist
Chelsea,
football.
you know what I mean? 3. I like him, man.
Mm.
What was you bringing up? Sexism? What?
No, sexy football.
Oh yeah.
Not sexism.
We're not gonna get sexy football.
No sexy football, mate.
We'll get sexy players.
What did you think about Ronaldo celebrating? Do you agree with that player celebrating against old clubs?
Do what they want, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they scored a goal, and it's been. If it was like last year he left us, then I'd be like, come on, you unloyal bastard. He's been there for fucking nearly 10 years. You know what I mean? Let him do what he's doing.
Well, I was watching the first leg with my friend is a United fan, and he saw Ronaldo celebrating, and he was like, "Oh nah, nah, that's hurt me." That
My mate was like that.
he stood up and walked out of the room.
It's personal, and it's personal.
Ah,
You have a connect because you're a Blues fan. You've never had a connection with a player. You know what I mean? Because you never had good players and shit.
no, don't be that.
So, like,
don't be
you've
that
never-
guy. You've
what?
had loads of good players.
No, you just never had. Nah, you've probably had a connection. You had a
Steve
connection with
Claridge.
Martins. He's one of you.
Obafemi Martins.
You
3
got
months of
Obafemi
magic.
Martins Day, ain't you? You got an actual
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Day of the year. Who else? Hugo Egiog.
He's not one of ours.
I know. I'm just trying to ruffle some feathers.
Wow.
Hugo Egiog played for Blues.
What's that there? Ronaldo versus Lingard.
Oh yeah, Lingard posted a photo of himself.
Oh, everyone's getting the abs out.
Who did it better? Lingard said.
Oh yeah.
I think Lingard did it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it depends what you're into, mate.
Hey.
You know.
Can't-
Don't do it.
Did it?
Do it. He's done it. There it is.
Hold tight, Jesse.
Oh, man like Jess.
Nah, we did well to come back yesterday. We did well again to come back again. We're gonna stop this comeback, man. We need to start winning games. from the
Classic
forefront.
United, don't it, man?
Oh man, it's horrible. It was
Couple of set pieces. It was like Munich all over again.
That's what people said.
Is that what they said?
Like, well, not all over again, but like it's brought back the magic. You know, that old school Man United fight.
Yeah,
There's been a fight in there.
Yeah,
last few games, you've
there
seen
has.
the fight.
there has, yeah.
So that's good. It's good to see that there's some passion again.
Mm.
Good to see Pogba looking like he wants to play for us again.
That's always nice, isn't it, when your main man wants to play for you?
At first, like near the, you know, when it was all going to shit, he was looking all, you know, I was like, he's definitely gone. But now I'm going, he might be, he's changing his tune again. Hopefully,
Probably don't know. You know, when the players go away on international duty, and he's probably, you know, been with France for the summer.
all those
all
French
the
players,
lads,
they're all playing for fucking Atletico and
Real
and all these
Barca
beautiful
and
teams.
yeah.
I'm going back to Manchester. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
You know what I mean? I feel, you know.
Paul, what you doing there, man? How long are you gonna fucking do this for,
You're really
man?
going to stay in Manchester for that long? Come on, mate. What are you doing?
Ah, yeah.
You know, I get paid good money.
I got the pug pants.
Yeah, I got the pug bands.
uh,
Get my own Adidas line. Oh, is it Adidas?
yeah,
Adidas
Adidas.
was
He's basically the face of Adidas in
Ah.
Adidas football.
Yeah. What do you think of all these footballers like starting to become brands?
It's not new, is it? It's been going on for about 20, 30 years now.
But like with social media around, it's become more like they're like a personal brand, not just like a brand. They're a brand. Like Pogba's got his own line. Jesse Lingard's brought his own line out. Ronaldo's got his own Like they've all got clothing lines and products they're selling now. So do you think that takes a lot of focus away from football? Let's take Cristiano away because he's a different.
Now let's keep
different
him in the
beast. It's a
conversation.
different beast. He can keep, but he's probably got people that just do it for him, innit?
Yeah, of course.
That's
I
not
mean,
his business venture.
why not? I mean, if, it's a short career being a footballer is. So you wanna maximise,
Profit.
make as much money as you can. So I'm not against it. It's just, I think some players struggle to balance the two between being a footballer and being a brand.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know Pogba obviously, but from what I've seen, at times it's like, it's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just go out and play football because you got to look after your brand.
Like he's doing his hair and shit for a football game and shit to do hit for his brand, but you want him to focus on the football.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, in the dressing room, he's just another guy. He's just another one of the lads, And he's got all this hype around one of the guys in the changing room, when the rest of the guys are doing just as much graft on the pitch and not off the pitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's money, innit? I can see why they do it, but it's not easy.
Of course,
You'd be a brand.
I don't want to be that talk sport guy and
You'd be
come
like,
on and go, you can't fucking look at these players with all this money and
where's the
don't give a
fucking
shit anymore."
commitment?
Mate. If you was in their everybody in their position, you're not going to do much different.
I'd be taking all the money to throw at me.
If they're throwing money at me, throw it at me. What I want though,
I'll go and
is just
play
a little bit
in
more.
China at the weekends.
Nah, fuck it. You want me in China? Nah. I wouldn't. See, that's where this is where I do think players like, if you're building a legacy, stay at a big club.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like Ronaldo's done that. You know what I mean? He's been to Madrid, Man United, Juventus, the biggest teams on the planet. He ain't going. I'm gonna have an easy end to my career and go to China or Japan. The Japanese league looks good, to be fair.
J-League, you'd go there.
I'll go there. I like Japan.
Yeah, just for the
just to play with Japanese people, eat some sushi and that.
Eat some sushi.
Yeah.
Listen to some J-pop. Not K-pop. J-pop.
J-pop. I love. Have you listened to any K-pop?
I can't say.
Gangnam Style and stuff like that.
No, I can't. I'm not gonna knock it. I can't say I've been listening to Japanese pop music or Korean pop music, but I believe you. But that's probably why they're happy on that as well, isn't it?
Maybe, yeah. Well, the actual K-pop stars aren't happy.
Oh,
I
well.
watched a documentary on it.
Go on,
They're
tell me
like,
more.
Slaves, basically. They're written up in these contracts. They don't get paid much money. They're in like 10-year contracts. They have to do. There's videos of K-pop stars collapsing on stage and that because they get like no rest, no sleep.
It's like Western pop stars, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, no.
With less money though. Without the money.
Without the money. There's a good documentary on Netflix with Lady Gaga. 5 foot.
5 foot. I know what you're on about.
5'10".
5 foot something.
6'6".
Did you watch it?
Little, and she's tiny. I didn't know. But yeah,
she's normal size to me, Rich.
I keep forgetting.
She's eye level.
Keep forgetting I'm a 6 foot guy.
Big guy.
I'm a big geezer around it.
Did you watch their documentary?
No, I haven't watched it.
What have you been? What's the last documentary you watched on Netflix?
Making a Murderer, Part 2.
Oh, that old chestnut. I haven't watched it.
Never watched the first one.
Nah, the only thing I've took away from it is that he likes wrestling.
Well, that's Brandon.
Is that the first one? That's the first one,
yeah,
isn't it?
And that's the kid that went down with his uncle.
Okay.
He got coerced into giving a false confession. And basically, you see him in an interview, and the police officers are telling him what to basically say or what they want to hear. They're like, "Where did he take him, Brandon?" And Brandon's like, "I don't know." And then like, "Where did he take him, Brandon?" He's like, "I don't know." And they go, "Did he take him outside? Did he take her outside?" And he go, "Oh yeah." And then he's like, "What did you do after?" And he's like, I stabbed her." And they're like, "So what did your uncle do?" And they're like, then we burned her body Like they're basically telling him what to say.
Yeah, yeah,
So it was like a false confession, basically.
yeah. I'm
And that's
guessing. I'm guessing he got out.
No, he's still in.
Really?
Yeah, making a murder. Like, see, I'm ruining it. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So after making a murderer 2, he's still in prison. They're still trying to get him out. They nearly got him out. It was so close. There was a judge saying it's going through all the. I can't. It's so deep. It's ridiculous. It's like a massive cover up because their main guy who's got done for it in like the 90s, the early 90s. He got put in prison for rape.
Yeah.
But it wasn't him, and he got out like 10 years ago. He's filing a lawsuit. He's going to get like $50 million from the police county for false imprisonment.
How long was he in there for? Sorry,
like 16 years.
Would you take
Before?
if someone said to you, "You gotta go. I'll give you $50 million to go in prison for 16 years." People are gonna think that you are a rapist just for these 16 years. Would you take the money?
Oh. Nah, man. Being a rapist is not a good look.
What
It's
if
not a good look, bro.
No, but then obviously you
Oh,
come
but
out and then you
and I'm
get you
innocent.
cleared. But for 16 years, people are gonna think you're a rapist.
Prison's gonna be tough, bro.
Yeah, especially for a pretty little boy like
I'm
you.
pretty,
You got
man.
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
I got my ass bleached. Got my asshole bleached and that. You know what I mean? They're gonna be happy.
You're
They'll be happy that
dancing
they're
around in the showers naked and that.
I don't. Yeah. I'm curious now and again. So it might be a nice experience for 16 years. So.
Learn a lot about yourself.
But yeah, he got put in prison for 16 years. Got out, filed this lawsuit, and then somehow he's been involved in this one, where if you watch the show, you see things have been planted. For sure, things have been planted by this police. They don't like this police department. Don't like him.
Really?
Yeah, they've got something out for him, man. Because he got done the first time, wasn't him. They actually found the real rapist, and then the second time, this woman ends up on his land in a burnt, like the body. There was no body found. She was burnt.
So it's like we didn't get you for that one, but
Yeah, we're gonna get you for. It's like they just want to get him.
yeah,
And because of that 50, I don't think they wanted to pay the 50 million out either. That's another. We call it a conspiracy because you can't
Please
prove
do.
it, can you? You can't prove it.
Please call it a conspiracy.
So yeah, there's a big conspiracy saying the Wisconsin state, the state of Wisconsin,
Yeah.
is trying to cover this whole thing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets quite deep. Like the more you watch it, the more deeper it is. Like it's not just about two people, innocent people in prison.
Yeah.
It's not just that, man. You can see they're fucked up. They're trying to cover shit up, and you can see how hard it is to catch people in power, man,
Yeah.
or stop them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just mad. It's mad, but it's good, man. It's a really good watch.
No, it sounds good.
It's hard not to stop watching once you get into it. So I recommend it, Darren.
I'll be watching that, I suppose. You know me, though. I don't. When everyone's on the hype train, I don't get on the train. I wait around for a bit. I'll get on another train. Get the one down to down to Cheltenham. The 12 o'clock down to Cheltenham. I don't get on the hype train. I get on the West Country.
I'll get on the Virgin
the
hype train.
Virgin hype train.
On the hype train. Virgin.
What I've been watching. I watched the Trump docu-series.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was interesting. What a story! What a story!
What was it on?
Netflix.
It's Trump. Oh no, I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Okay.
You can see he's always positioning himself.
It's never like nothing he does is by accident.
No,
Yeah.
not by accident. But it wasn't all plain sailing as well. You can see he's flawed, man. But it's interesting watching.
Big, huge.
Obviously he's flawed, but you know what I mean. He's not like the perfect.
But he doesn't he hides it in some ways, but he doesn't hide it. He knows he's a fucking knob, but he basks in it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, he owns it.
Yeah, and I think all power to him. You know what I mean? He's just a normal bloke. He's a normal bloke if you think. But if you met him in a bar, just having a chat with fucking Donald Trump, most people, he's not that bad.
He's charming, isn't he?
Very
charming.
Yeah. You could talk a lot of people around, I think. Yeah. I just think the hate around him is just because of some of the things he's come out, obviously. But I think he's said a lot of those things, obviously, just to get through to a certain demographic. Just like politicians do.
He's playing the game, and this is exactly what he's doing.
And he's doing so well because he's not a politician, actually. That's why he's doing well.
Yeah, you can't buy him, can
Nah,
you?
you can't buy. He's got money.
Mm.
Oh, that's the. Oh, yeah.
Talk about being bought. You know, Trump's good friend, Vince McMahon.
Okay.
Did you see that about the Saudis wanting to buy WWE, $7 billion?
Buy WWE.
Yeah, they're gonna offer. Might be rumour, but yeah, $7 billion. I don't think.
Mate,
Obviously, it's
I
not
don't
gonna
think.
go through.
No, never go through. Imagine the Saudis owning WWE. There'd be no women wrestling. It'd be madness. They'll cut things from the archives. You know what I mean? It'd be
Yeah.
mad. Nah, I wouldn't say that. I can't say that really. They're not that. I don't know.
I don't think they've got an amazing human rights record.
No, they haven't.
It's not. It's not something that'd be.
Yeah, for people that don't know, WWE is a wrestling.
It's a sports
organisation.
entertainment company run by Vince McMahon.
World Wrestling Entertainment.
World Wrestling Entertainment. Makes me feel sick saying that.
It's supposed to be the World Wrestling Federation. To all the old schools out there, power to you. But yeah, so basically, there's been a lot of scrutiny. Well, if you're into your politics and your news, you see in the news at the moment. News, I say news about 10 times, but you see that the Saudis are in a big. You've seen that the Saudis.
Yeah, was it the Turkish? Wasn't there an ambassador?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Wasn't there I need to fact check this. But I think it was a Saudi ambassador.
Yeah.
I think he went into a Turkish consulate in somewhere in Turkey.
Okay.
He never got killed, basically.
A Saudi one.
He never come out there.
Okay.
Let me double check that.
Okay.
Keep talking.
So yeah, I thought there's a journalist. What I've heard, the story, there's a journalist went missing. And WWE have put a show on in Saudi Arabia, and there's a lot of pressure for WWE to call off the show because of as well the women wrestlers couldn't wrestle there either. And if you look in the crowd, there's no women in the crowd either. It's a bit fucking. It's madness. But they're obviously WWE only there for the money, obviously. But the scrutiny is that they've gone over there for the money. They're not thinking about the repercussions. Not thinking about what Saudi Arabia have done allegedly.
Yeah.
Don't come after me, princes. So allegedly they've done all these things. WWE are going over there, and people are saying back out because we don't agree with it. But again, this is a thing. Just because a group of people don't agree with it, should WWE just listen to that group of people and say, okay, just for you, we won't do it?
It's that line between money and good business and ethics, isn't it?
I think they don't need that money.
Look, all the stuff they do for, for all the charity work that they
Can't knock them for that.
Yeah, but then they go and
do that.
Yeah.
It's like just being a hypocrite, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very hypocritical.
Yeah.
So obviously that makes me think. Okay, you can argue the intentions, but at the end of the day, they're doing good stuff for charity. But it kind of shows you that they're about the money and it's about business. And what would you have done? Would you have gone over? Would you have took the money? Do you think Vince and that were right to go and do it? Because obviously it must have been a huge deal.
They've signed a 7-year deal or something.
Oh, really?
Where they're going to be going over there every year.
Yeah.
They've been there twice this year. So I don't think it's a good idea. I don't personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until they check. It's like when people glorify shit like so. When the Saudis started, they've been becoming more lenient lately, haven't they? I think women can start driving now. Is it?
Sorry, just going back to what I said before. I can't find the story that I saw. It's just coming up with the Turkish.
This journalist.
The Turkish journalist.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they are becoming more lenient, which is good, of course it is.
Oh, yeah, it's good, but then, so they're becoming more lenient, and everyone people pat them on the back and say, "Oh, well done." But then you think, why is it taking so long, and why can't it just be an overnight thing? Because it is little simple things they could do, but it's not just them. WWE, they've just done that new Evolution. Did you watch it?
Yeah. Well, no, sorry, I didn't watch it, but I'm very aware of it.
Ooh, they're putting them boys on the mat. I mean, no, the girls on the mat, not the boys. Now they're giving them boys a run for their money, man.
Of course they are.
Those women can wrestle.
Can wrestle.
All power to you, women. Yeah, all power to you. So yeah, mad, good pay-per-view. But people were like, WWE amazing for doing all this, like for women's wrestling and putting this pay-per-view of women only. And I'm thinking, they live in the West. Why is it in 2018? Why has it only just happened? It's a good thing. I'm happy they've done it, but why? Has it like? Let's start patting them on the back. Let's just not make a big deal of it because it's a big deal. It is a big deal because it happened. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because it's good, but then you think, why can't it? Like it's been. You live in a country where it's supposed to be free. Why hasn't there been one before?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's just a bit.
It's expected, isn't it? I know what you're saying. Like I always look at that and I think, yeah, okay, this should be happening. This is not a, you know, in a part of the world that we live in. It should be happening anyway. It's not like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
why are you getting a pat on the back for doing what you should be doing? However, I think there's a lot of relief involved, especially for the women.
Oh, for sure, man.
A lot of relief.
They're like finally,
man.
Yeah, I'll get that. No, it's brilliant.
So I reckon as much as that as
they got to shine, man. They got their own stage. No men, none.
No,
just Michael Cole.
Just more.
just Michael Cole. And a few male referees. There's a lot of female referees as well.
Oh really?
Oh, nice. I think my favourite match was the Becky Lynch Charlotte, and then it'll be what's her name? Toni Storm. You saw her before?
Toni Storm.
Yeah. The Australian, but she wrestles all over the world. She's like a proper indie superstar.
Yeah.
But she won the Mae Young Classic. But anyway, yeah, it's just good. It's good what WWE. I can't do the Stone Cold voice. He never says W, does he? He says W.
I think that's a southern thing.
W.
It's like Brummies can't say nice. We all say noise.
I know. I hate that.
I like that.
Noise.
I can't. You know how I try to not do it? I can't do it. My mouth is fixed a certain way now.
Get down.
Nice.
I always say down. Like it's like dragged down.
It's right. It's right.
When I'm telling my dog to sit down, I hear myself and I'm like, stop saying it. Stop saying it. But I can't. Oh, it is. Our accent ain't the worst though.
What is the worst?
Nah, there ain't no bad accent.
Come on, you must have heard an accent for fucking. Please stop this noise.
From England.
Anywhere you want. Let's go England because you'll probably offend people if you go abroad with it.
Yeah,
you know what you're like.
Call all those. Well, I was gonna say something ridiculous, but I won't do it. In England. I don't know, man.
I think.
I don't like the male Scouse accent.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. They all just sound like they fucking want to fight you. Like even if they're being nice, they just want to fucking rob you. And see, I'm being prejudiced and stereotypical, but that's how they sound to me. I'm sorry, Liverpool.
Have you seen them pictures like people saying, "Oh, I'd kill myself if I had a Birmingham accent"? It's bullshit.
Sure you would, yeah. Sure, yeah. Okay.
Bunch fucking shitty.
Wouldn't be called Debbie with a Birmingham accent. Yeah. Stop. Yeah, you would.
I'm sure there's like a million people that it's honestly it's fine.
It's not that bad.
That's what we tell ourselves. What are you looking through there, Rich? What do you think of Brock? This whole crossover thing, man.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Do you think he's a drugs cheat?
Yeah, he's been caught.
So do you think he shouldn't be allowed to perform in the UFC?
It's a hard one, man.
Because you got Bones is on the comeback as well.
Yeah, I don't agree with any. Well, I can't say I don't agree with any of it. I like that they're both back.
Me too.
In a way, and then it does piss me off that they both tarnish themselves by cheat. You call it cheating as well, but you're just getting an edge. That's cheating, isn't it? If you're getting a little edge, yeah, it's cheating. It's cheating. But yeah, it just annoys me. But like Joe Rogan says a lot. Just to get everybody on play, just get everyone on stage. Just let everybody do it. Oh my, can you imagine the fights you'd get?
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Holy shit.
It'd be crazy.
Imagine a Brock, fully juiced, allowed to take anything he wants against a John Bones. John, kill him.
You ever seen Sausage Party?
Yeah, I love that film.
Where the douche gets all the juice.
Oh, the douche. He's a stereotypical like proper weightlifter type dude, and he's like, yo, douche man, I'm a douche. And you know when the woman's walking past, he's like, oh yeah, can't wait to get it up in that ass or something. Sausage Party, yeah, it's cool, man.
I'm juice, bro. Yeah, I suck the power juice dick. I don't give a fuck. I watched it for the first time the other day.
Oh really? It's brilliant. The jokes in it are fucking class.
It shouldn't work, but it does.
It perfectly works. I love all the little bits in it. If you look at it, if you watch it proper, like they're just taking a piss out of everything. You know the bagel and the fucking flatbread. Is it a flatbread?
It's a flatbread.
So basically, that's like Jew and a Muslim, and it's like the different religions, but they're
Yeah.
getting on. They're getting on, and
And
they're just trying to take the piss.
And then
How
they get
silly-
it on.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
that bit with the hummus. Remember the hummus bit? And they're like, he was talking about hummus comes from like the Jewish or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're both arguing about
Oh,
the
no.
hummus thing. But there's like a little joke in there which made me
Yeah.
laugh. But stuff like that, it makes me laugh, man. We gotta laugh and take the piss out of shit, man. And then the
People are too sensitive, aren't they?
way too sensitive.
What are you
Just-
protecting, man? You know, what are you actually protecting? When you, it's weird, isn't it? Are people sensitive or are people just dicks?
I think people are dicks. Both.
Mm.
Like some guy I was at work yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And he's coming. He's got all his he's got puppies on him. He's got like British Legion shit and all this shit. And he didn't even look at me. He goes to the cashier next to me. Starts talking to him, and he's talking about something about football and
James McLean.
about Salah or something. No, he was
Oh.
talking about Salah or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And then he started, and I was just sitting there, and you know when you have to bite your tongue.
Mm.
And then he was like, they try and make me take my badges off and my flag. I wanted to just say, mate, no, they fucking don't. No one's ever asked you to take that badge off. No one's ever asked you to take a flag down. You can be British as you want. No one's ever told you, ever. I was turned around and said, mate, take that flag down. No one.
Mm.
And I wanted to say that. I thought, I don't want to be that. I'm not, like, I was sensitive to it, but I didn't have to fucking say something about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of these people now, they hear that, they go on social media, they would have tried to out him, you know what I mean, ruin his life. But that's his view. If that's his view and if he wants to be ignorant, all power to him. That's my new word today. All power to you.
More power to
More
you.
power.
Fair play to you.
Yeah. Let him do it, yeah, fuck him.
What do you think about the whole puppy?
Puppy,
Puppy.
it's a nice remembrance thing.
Mm.
That's what. Let's not make it deeper than it. Like, let's not turn it into a religious thing. Let's stop this bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not about that.
Mm.
You tarnish the legacy of the people who are from that time. So let's stop arguing about all this bullshit and just remember them. That's what it's all about. Let's just remember them. You know what I mean? Because, sorry man, I don't want to go on this.
Nah, so I just.
It's like all these marches and stuff. They try and say like you get loads of Muslim people and they go on the march, say you shouldn't march and stuff about. No, that's bullshit. I've never seen this. Have you ever seen this?
Not once in my life.
Never. So just stop lying, please. I'm just sick of this bullshit.
The
Stop
news
lying.
and that, all this fake news don't happen. Because it'd
It
be
don't
like
help, does it?
no, it'd be like a minor incident somewhere in fucking, I don't know.
But they get it twisted as well.
And then it just gets blown out of proportion massively.
There was
Do you hear anything about the taxi? The guy who wouldn't take a. There was a guy who ordered a taxi and it was like a tray of puppies.
Yeah.
He wanted to take him into the taxi
Yeah.
to his next destination. And apparently the taxi driver
Yeah.
wouldn't refuse to take him and take these puppies.
Okay.
And so a lot of people went mad, started trying to boycott the
taxi
taxi
driver,
firm and this type of thing. Honestly, I just think all these things are kind of just excuse. It's just an excuse to flare up some racism
And
anti.
is that the
anti,
biggest? Yeah.
It's anti-Islam and then it's anti. I don't want to say far right. Anti-Britishness. So
Yeah,
to speak,
yeah,
for lack
yeah.
of a better term. I always think it's an excuse. I like these things are just an excuse for people to
Yeah.
push the envelope and say what they really think.
There was a story I read as well last Christmas. Something about we had to take our Christmas lights down in this town and stuff.
Did you have to?
And they shared it on this Britain First thing. No, they did have to take the lights down. But someone's posted this thing saying because to please Muslims, to please the Islamic religion. So I was like, I'm going to look into this. So I looked up the city.
And what did you see, brother?
You know what I seen?
What you saw?
They had to take down because it was health and safety.
Oh.
It had nothing to do with any religious thing. And you know what they did instead? They put the lights somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
But someone likes to blow this out of proportion and make it a hate thing. You know, but both sides do it. Everybody does it. They all
definitely two-sided.
And what winds me up as well, I don't want to make this a ranting now. I'm going on a rant. But
This is a rant.
I'm
This
from
is a fully fledged rant.
I'm from Birmingham. You know what I mean? That's not even a Birmingham
That
accent.
was
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm from Birmingham. Brummie, born and raised.
Yeah.
I'm very multicultural around
Roll
here.
on
innit?
to one.
It's cool around here. Birmingham's not that bad. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, like racially.
Oh, racially, it's one of the best places
It's
in the
fucking
world.
awesome. It's awesome. So when I go to like, when I move to up to where I live now, where it's a little smaller, out of the big city and stuff,
Less diverse.
people are more. They believe the stories they read, so they hear things in like you can't go down here in Birmingham, or I bet it's bad that. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not.
Mm.
You know, like you make friends with anybody in Birmingham. If you just respect people, you're happy and nice, you're gonna be cool.
Your brownness is different. Your perspective of the world is probably different to a lot of people.
Do you think they're scared? Not scared. Do you think they fear it a bit?
Probably, but both on the other side as well. As you know, some of them dark skin wouldn't want to go to an all white area and they feel intimidated.
I do. I'm not gonna lie.
But
Not
you're brown
intimidated.
because you're light skin, you're brown. You get a pass in a lot of places in the world.
Yeah.
My friend always used to say to me, as a mixed race man, you're accepted everywhere but belong nowhere.
Yeah, that's true. It's true
Yeah.
because I can be racially blue by both sides, and I have been. I have been in the past.
Yeah,
Not as
true.
bad as the one side. The one side just takes a piss more.
Yeah.
The other side has been racist. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
I don't think it's fully true, but there is some truth in there.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Well, people are fucking, I don't know. I just think people are bored half the time, and they just need something to cling on to a little bit.
Maybe that's what it is, man. Because we've got so much information now. We know everything, so let's just make stuff up.
Yeah.
Just make it more exciting. Let's just make lies up about things.
People need a cause to fight for, don't they? Even if it's bullshit. I don't know, man. Get a hobby.
Yeah.
Get a fucking hobby, man.
Go to the gym.
Go to the gym.
Go to the gym.
Collect fucking stamps. I don't know, whatever you like to
The
do.
bird watching.
Jerk off in the woods with your mates. I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. Let that big dick energy out.
Let that BD. I got that BD.
You got the BD.
You know what? That's the thing with the Inverted Introverts podcast.
We all got that big dick
Plug.
energy.
Yeah, is that too much BD and it BDE running about?
There's too much big dick energy about this place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're always on the
My crotch is swollen.
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 You should go and see someone about that, bro.
No, I'm not. Swole. Swole. I could do a few curls right now.
Curls.
Mm.
The bulge.
The bulge. Could do a few curls.
You reckon?
I got that BDE.
I'd rather you didn't.
The
Is all I'm saying.
BD. You think that's a real thing? Big the energy.
Yeah, they're actually. Someone said I only heard it like recently,
And me.
and I was like,
dropped.
okay, yeah, that is a thing. I didn't. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I know what you're saying actually.
There is like
Yeah.
a big dick. Even if you haven't got a big dick, it's
Mm.
just like a term, and it's not about a big dick. It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
It's just like you've got that energy, that
Mm.
confidence. You know, I ain't got that. I ain't got that big dick. I got that little baby energy. But my penis is not a little bit.
Your BD is different. BD.
Yeah, it's
That's
different.
that
Yeah,
baby-
totally
baby,
different.
yeah,
Totally
baby.
different. I got that anxiety energy.
I got that unsure. I'm more on the edge energy.
I do get anxious now and again.
Do you think you get a bit of social anxiety, don't you? Like a lot of people. Why do you think there's so much of it going on nowadays? More so than I can remember. It's escalating. It's not getting any better. We've got more things. We're better off than we ever have been. Maybe not financially, but in terms of all round, it's probably the greatest time to live in our country. Well, what do you think? So life is getting better, but more
Mentally,
mentally
it's getting worse. Like
yeah.
we're living longer, we're healthier, but mentally, we're getting worse.
It's just listening to that Tyson Fury podcast with Joe Rogan,
Yeah, that was
which
good.
I recommend.
Recommend it highly.
Please listen to that if you're into this kind of thing.
Yeah, changed my mind on Tyson Fury.
What's going on, man? What's going on? Why are we all fucked up
It's.
upstairs?
I think. I don't. Yeah, no.
Come on, give me your theory. Don't sit on the fence.
I think we don't have to. We don't have much contact with people in real life situations enough anymore.
You reckon that's what it is?
No, I'm not just that.
Go on.
But so we don't have enough contact. When we speak to people, online we have a mask. So social medias give us a mask, a safety net where we can be anything we want to be.
Yeah, you can filter.
So when you're in real life,
everything, can't you?
yeah. So in real life, so when you've made this whole life up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Bitter, Jitter, all these new fucking things,
all kinds of itter.
It's all the itters and books and grams,
books and grams,
all of these things,
books and grams, and chats and
and things. Yeah, all of these things. So everyone's got a whole different. So we've all got alter egos.
Yeah.
Nobody is the same as they are online. So when people have to go outside in the real world, they have to be them. There can't be that alter ego.
What's your alter ego?
My alter ego.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've definitely got one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am more confident on social media.
Yeah, you give it beans on social media.
So does everyone. Everyone acts more confident. Yeah, I think they do.
I act more like I'm cool and that. Like I've got no emotion. Which is bullshit.
Yeah, you never smile in photos, which really grates me. You just look at the camera like you're in a mugshot.
I know, yeah.
Like, bro.
Just vanity, and
just give it a little.
It's probably a bit of vanity and that. But it's all bullshit. I'm not cool. I like to fuck around a lot, which I never do on social media. My social media looks kind of serious at the top. Yeah. Why not go? But I don't know. I'm scared of being judged on social media. To be honest,
you shouldn't be scared.
Oh, that's why I kind of not so much now. I don't give a shit as much anymore. But yeah, definitely in the past. I don't know why. I don't think anyone actually cares. To be fair.
But I think.
Or do they? Do people care? Nah, but people do judge you by your social media, especially Facebook. But people are like, oh, you see what so-and-so posted? Oh, thingies with that person.
Listen to Fighter and the Kid today.
Go on.
And Brendan Sharp was on about...
Big man, not the real Big Brown.
Real big... No. Yeah. I'm Big Brown. Brendan, I'm Big Brown. I am. And if you want to settle this any way you want...
I'd rather not.
Just holler at me, boy. Holler at me, boy. But yeah, he's talking about, because Kanye West talks about having followers taken off Twitter, so you can't see people's followers. Yeah. So you just can't see shit. Yeah. And that would, because that's what people put success on now, don't they?
That's interesting.
They gauge your success on how many followers you have.
That fucks up the influencer economy now, doesn't it?
That's what someone argued. But then Brendan's on about, you know them numbers. The whoever wants to get in business with you, you can show them numbers. It's not like, you know what I mean? You're not taking away any power.
Yeah.
You know, you're not taking away any power from yourself or your business or influencing. Nah, that's all there still. But I think it would help, and I think it would help if we all just stopped. We've got to stop pretending. That's what we're going to stop. Because when you go in, like I said, so we all believe we're something on we put ourselves as something else on social media. We go out into the big wide world. And I think that's where anxiety comes from. Yeah. And that's where people are anxious because they can't be what they were on. You can't be, because I've tried to be what I am online, but I can't. It's not me. It's not me. It's crazy. You know, you got to own up to this shit, man. Yeah. I'm not what I am on social media. Yeah. So I can't. When I do, I get that social anxiety. I can't walk into big crowded places and shit fucks me up. And that's where I think a lot of anxiety comes from.
I don't think it's all fake of you on social media. There's a lot. I think a lot of it is you, especially you when you're fucking about on your stories and on the gram.
My stories is more me.
That's it. That's you.
Well, my gram pictures is just not me. Half the time.
It's curated, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's carefully constructed,
carefully picked, perfect pictures,
perfect
filters.
You know,
posted at the right time. But yeah, my stories are more just me. That's the real me. I don't know why I put it on my story. Maybe because I don't want people to, because it disappears, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
It's mad. But I do think a lot of depression and anxiety is coming from social media, and if people don't believe that, I don't know. You're mentally crazy. You're mentally ill. I'm joking.
Heel turn.
Heel turn. No, yeah, it's just a mad time we're living in, man. We are, like, as a collective. But then, okay.
How hard is it to be bored though nowadays? Like when you was younger, if you was bored, you have to find something. Like you find a way.
I'm bored doing stuff now.
Yeah.
I'm bored. Like I can play my PlayStation for hours, but be bored.
Yeah.
Bored playing. Like I found something to do while I'm bored, but I'm still bored doing what I did to stop me being bored.
Everyone's a bit. There's no time to be bored. Even though you somehow found what, maybe you just playing a shit game.
I just think everyone's bored though. That's what I thought you was coming at.
Honestly, I think a lot of bullshit comes out of boredom.
Yeah.
You know, people like, you know, you get in arguments with your missus and that when you're bored. When you're both bored. People, honestly, this is the thing.
Yeah.
People are getting into arguments.
Yeah.
People are getting to arguments
when
with their
they're
partners
bored.
just because they're bored.
Why didn't you watch this up?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, fuck's sake.
I'm fucking bored. You didn't watch this up.
I'm bored.
It's going off.
But no, seriously though, you can't, I don't know, people can't be bored anymore. It's turned into a bit of a skill. And then, see, you just jump on the social media and then that's when it all goes
Pear-shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree to a point.
It's hard if, I don't know what I'd do without exercise. I think it's harder for people who don't involve in any physical activity.
I think, what was I talking? Oh yeah, there was a new story about people, the government saying, what was it about the diet? Doctors should teach people about diets more, something like that.
Kind of obvious, but yeah.
Obviously, I've been saying this, not just me, fucking millions of people have been saying it for years and years. And now the government are like, oh yeah, maybe we should change people's diets, that might help. Yes, it will help. But I really do think, if you're feeling depressed, you're feeling anxious, and you can't sleep and shit, go to the gym, change your diet, just do these little things, just try for a month, innit? Just try for a month, and I believe most people will see a massive change in the way they feel. Because when you have 3 weeks off the gym, I'm back again this week. The first week I felt good. Second week I was getting sluggish. Third week I felt like shit. I started looking at myself all funny again. I'm like, oh, look at me covering myself. You know when you get in that stage and you're like, you've lost everything, and I didn't feel good in myself. I felt tired all the time.
Feel wham.
Nah, not just that. Inside,
I know what you're saying.
I felt
there's something the snap in there.
So I've changed my diet again, gone back to eating well again, gone back to the gym. I'm feeling fresher and fresher every day. The more I do it, the fresher I feel. You get me? The fresher. Oh shit.
Tyson Fury was like.
Sorry, bro.
Nah,
I was going into my meditative state.
He was in that fresh zone. He was in that fresh like that trim from the barber zone. Fresh like that 2 for £5 pants from Primark.
You get me? Oh shit.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You ain't got no hair. No one's got hair like this.
No
one's got hair like this. Yeah, what was that Tyson Fury saying?
Yeah, so big man, the Gypsy King was saying short-term goals, long-term goals. Yes. And he's noticed a difference straight away in his mental health. Because
his mind was set on something.
Yeah.
And I'm training as a PT, nearly finished, so come to me for anything you want, people. I'm a PT, nutritionist, qualified, sports psychologist, qualified, baby, qualified. Come to Big Brad, I'll sort you out.
You're also throwing a wax for free. You got that back sack crack for an extra £10. No holds bars. You know,
I like that.
Richard's free and easy with it.
Yeah, man. The back sack can crack.
Oh. The back and sack and crack.
The back and sack and crack and ting. What was he saying about Tyson? Oh yeah, goals, short-term goals.
Short-term goals, long-term goals.
That's what I'm learning in my personal training as well.
You got them smart goals.
The smart goals, stuff like that. If don't set yourself too many people think too. I think that's another thing of why everybody's feeling all crazy and emotional all the time, because they're thinking about their lives fucking 20 years in the future. I'm like, bro, just think about next year. That's closer. You know what I mean? You can control that. 20 years time, you cannot control what's going to happen in 20 years time.
True that.
You know what I mean? So just set yourself some short-term goals. Set yourself monthly goals. Monthly goals. You hit that goal in a month. Boom. You want to lose weight? Don't think about losing a stone. Think about losing. What is it in stone? So you got stone point. What's the point?
14 pounds in a stone.
14 pounds. So yeah, think about losing a pound a week or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Little goals, and because you're hitting them goals every week, they're easier, more achievable.
It's all about the accumulation.
Yeah.
because you know.
Make it more achievable for yourself, and you'll feel more accomplished.
You get better. You get that dopamine from
Yes, man.
hitting your targets.
I lost £1. I'm gonna go for £2 next week. You know what I mean?
Easy.
And you hit that £2, but don't go too like don't start going crazy. I'm gonna lose a stone a week because you probably kill yourself. So don't do a stone in a week.
Don't do a stone in a week.
You can't do it. You can't do it. You probably could, but you probably die. You probably die.
Yeah, you got to be.
Now you'd be very ill.
Yeah, you'd be ill.
Very ill. I play with my mic a lot, don't I?
What's going on with it, man?
I don't know. Just very fidgety.
Fidgety.
But yeah, man, fucking set them goals, short-term goals. Keep your mind active. Keep your mind occupied. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's about staying busy, isn't it? And I always think it's about.
But not busy for the sake of being busy.
Exactly, yeah.
Have a real.
You want to be moving towards something.
Yeah.
But doing it now, taking action now. Now. And if you've tried, exhausted everything, then go and see someone.
Just give up, man.
It's alright. Go and speak. Why are people so scared to speak to people about
Go
it?
to the bathroom. Open the cabinet. What's that tune off? Remember that tune? What an Eminem song.
Sounds like something.
But I ain't gonna say what it all is. But yeah, nah, don't do that. Yeah, no. What was I gonna say? Sorry,
I was just gonna say, once you've exhausted, tried everything, but obviously speak to someone first as well.
Yeah.
People, it's some end of the spectrum. Everyone goes through it, don't they?
And I think what I try and get across to people that tell me they're depressed, don't go to your doctor, speak to them, but don't make the drugs the first option either.
Yeah, it's got to be the last, doesn't it?
That's your last option, unless you know there's something deeply wrong and concerning. But most people, and you know what people got to realise? They got to realise it's a momentary thing. It's not gonna last forever. It feels like it will. Man, I've been there. Man, I've been rock bottom. Everybody's been to somewhere, ain't they?
Yeah, some dark
You
places.
do get out. You get out, but you've got to. You will just get out. That's what I want to tell everybody. Like, it ends. It does end, but it will come back. It will come back, but it will end. Just you gotta be strong.
Yeah, you gotta manage yourself and
Manage yourself.
yourself. Happiness is hard work. That's what I've always said.
And what I always do as well when I'm feeling down, I'm like, oh fucking hell, look at my life at the moment. I go, look at. Imagine if I was living here and I didn't have this.
Yeah, that's
you know what? I'm fucking.
That
good,
does
man.
get me. Sometimes that pisses me off a little bit because come on, man. I understand, but you know how many people are worse off than you. You know how privileged you are, position. You're in the top 10% in the world. Come on, man. Some people, I think, we all do it. We all sit in and get a bit comfortable, but I think perspective is a huge thing. Changes you as well once you get perspective on where you actually are on a scale.
I want to know, like, is depression a big thing in Eastern culture? You know what I mean? Or is it just our Western culture?
I don't know. East is a big area, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean like more Asia and.
Well, Japan's suicide rates are crazy, aren't they?
Huge, yeah. To be fair, yeah.
But I'm not sure about.
But Japan's that's more cultural, isn't it? I don't think that's more social. Is that like what I've heard and what I've read in the past? That's more family, not being able to stick to or keep up with their family expectations. There's so much pressure on them to get a good job and good grades, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So that's what I've heard anyway. So kind of, but it's not different. It's all suicide and depression is bad, but
status is big. I suppose it is a
huge,
big thing.
huge.
It's huge everywhere, to be honest. It's big here. Classism's a bigger thing than racism in Britain.
That's the big thing in Britain at the moment. Classism.
Yeah.
We've got to get off that racism thing because Britain's not that racist, man.
No.
Very judgmental, very ignorant, but definitely more classist. Like there's people just judge everybody from different classes and want to blame certain classes for their own lives.
The working class take the shit for most things.
Yeah.
You only got to turn on the news.
Fault.
Yeah, you turn on the news. The working. It's most crimes. Most things. Unless it's a huge.
So we're fucking up the economy somehow. Even though we're not investing in anything. We got no money to invest in. But it was the working class's fault.
Yeah.
It was it's our fault. What the fuck, bro?
But yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say about the status thing.
Yeah.
About because a lot of people kind of whiten their skin, don't they, in the Far East?
Oh yeah, man.
In the South,
Big time, yeah.
And I was probably telling you before, if you got dark skin, it means you work out in the field, so you are lower class. And if you're light skin, it means you probably got a good job that's indoors, and you got a bit of status, and that's why, you know, it's nice to have pale skin in the Far East, apparently. But yeah, it's fucked up, isn't it?
Well, I was just seeing here, like, as well, about 20% of Americans, when I say Americans, I always put like England in it, and the UK, and some of Europe, like the Western Europe, because we're America. And 20% of Americans would experience a major depressive disorder at some time in their lives, but for the Chinese counterparts, it's only 2%.
Interesting.
But then there's 50 billion Chinese people, so 2%'s a lot if you think about it. But still, 2%'s quite low, isn't it? That they're saying that's not to say China's very happy. Cross-cultural studies of subjective well-being find Americans to be among the happiest people in the world. Okay, such as Canada and Australia. However, happiness ratings in China and other Eastern countries like Japan and Korea, right in the middle, neither extremely happy or extremely unhappy. Bit weird, isn't it? It's weird. I don't know then. I don't know. That's just fucked my whole theory up. I thought my theory was going to be the poorer countries a bit happier, and then West, because we got too much money and we're very materialistic, we were unhappy. But that just fucked everything. Blew it out of the water. I don't believe this. I believe my theory.
But you got to take into account like linguistics, like. Is there a big mental health movement in these countries? How often is it talked about?
Do you think it helps?
What to not?
How often it's talked about?
I don't know, but it's interesting because studies say if you know the old phrase is a problem shared is a problem halved, but apparently the studies don't back it up. Science doesn't back that up. It actually makes you feel worse.
I think that's happening.
That the more we're talking about it.
And I think that's another so everybody's depressed, so they're saying talk about it, let's raise awareness again, and people just want to jump on a bandwagon. So they've got.
You think?
I do.
People on that bandwagon.
Yeah, I do. There's always people jumping on it, or just like they're feminist men, male feminists. They jump on it. They jump on the bandwagon.
They jump on it.
There's always people trying to take advantage of it for their own gain. There are people like that.
You think?
Wankers.
People just like some people like attention as well, don't they? Also. Yeah,
I think a lot of that's happening as well. I think a lot of people just want some attention.
And then it fucks it up for everyone who actually needs attention.
That has real mental illness issues. So I think teach them in school that being upset and sad isn't not normal.
Part of being human, you got the emotions for a reason, haven't you?
Yes, man. Just tell them they just need to know it's not going to last. Like, it doesn't last. It lasts for a while sometimes, lasts for a short time, but never does last for a long, forever. It doesn't last unless you just let it. Because that's a big. I know. Again, people say you haven't. I have been in that position, and people say it's hard to get out of it, and you can't say that because you don't know what it's like. I do. I know like close people to me have been through it, and they've pushed themselves out of it. It's all about fighting. You got to fight your mind. That's what it is.
It's all about fighting.
And that's not just. There is some mental people with bad.
Yeah, horrendous.
Yeah, just what I mean. I've got to keep trying to explain myself.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I've listened to some people, and I thought, man, I don't know. I don't know if I could survive that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pull myself out of it. So I do sympathise with a lot of people.
Of course, man. Of course.
But then there's maybe just having a bad day.
And then if you go online, read people's stories, the ones that have pulled themselves out of the deepest, darkest holes on the planet.
You know
what I mean?
That's some good advice actually.
People have lost their legs in wars, lost their eyesight. People have lost senses, lost children.
Yeah.
And I've seen inspirational stories where they've come back happy and not happy because but they've come back and they're doing good for the world. They're doing all this shit. They've got a meaning in life now. You know what I mean? So you can't ever say I can't get out of it. You can't because people have. And there's always someone worse off. There always is someone worse off. I just hope people get better. That's all I do.
I hope you get better, Rich.
Cheers, man. I'm fucking mentally fucked.
Yeah. Yes. There's a few screws loose, but we're all weird, aren't we? We're all weird as fuck.
I've got alopecia, man.
What?
My beard, look.
You just got a shit beard.
No, bro, that gap there was all hair. And
What
then
do
this
you
just went patchy. It's just the hair's disappeared.
It looks like you just slipped with a razor.
Bro, I don't slip. I never slip.
I think you just.
My brother, it's just disappeared.
Yeah, well, that's.
I got alopecia.
That's probably what's wrong with my beard. Then like.
No.
It's a big patch like this.
It's got too much
Covers half
estrogen.
my face.
Too much estrogen in your body.
Too much estrogen.
Yeah.
It's all them soy milk cappuccinos, isn't it?
Yeah. Too much soy. You fucking soy bait. What? You heard that? People call him beta men, beta male.
Oh yeah, beta.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an old.
Yeah, people are starting to use it a lot now more.
People call me all the time.
Yeah. Beta cook males and shit. But yeah. So yeah, we're hitting.
I was gonna say something. You ruined my train of thought, man.
Go on.
Piece of shit. Yeah. Do you know what? I started, as you know.
Yeah.
I know this is old, and obviously we've all seen the films. But I started to listening to Harry Potter, the audio book, Philosopher's Stone.
Just read it.
Stephen Fry reads it. It's good.
Okay, it's good enough anyway.
But I feel like people like myself.
Yeah.
If I come out and say that, I'd get judged for that.
For what, reading Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that weird? Is that all in my head, or do you think?
No, people will judge you for it.
Yeah. Why?
Especially older people.
Mm.
Look, it's a kid's book. I'm like, you read it? And they're like, no. Well, you can't comment on it.
Mm.
I hate people that comment on things and they've never even experienced it. You know, just why are you commenting on it? You can't comment on it if you haven't read it or watched it or done something. Don't fucking comment on it.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
I stayed away from it for a long time.
Brilliant. Brilliant story.
I thought, I don't know what even brought this on recently. I thought, oh, okay, mate.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is all about,
I
man.
love Harry Potter.
And then first couple of chapters, he's at the Dursleys and that. Right, this is alright.
Is that the Dursleys?
Yeah, it's getting a bit better. I was gripped. Yeah.
You get
I was gripped.
You're reading
Yeah.
Philosopher's Stone.
Just finished it now.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Brilliant story.
There's a lot of there's a lot of kind of witches, wizardry. There's a bit of some Mason references and that. There's a bit of duck
things
things,
and that. I mean, Jamaicans won't read this book. There's too many duck.
like some Masonic references in there. It's all through the whole series, but I like that shit, man.
And it's if you go through more, you see the struggle. Like it's an amazing book, man. It's an amazing book series of books. It's very good.
What else would you read, man? So I'm obviously I'm on that.
Harry Potter. I've told you about the Dark Materials trilogy.
I couldn't get into that.
Golden Compass, Sort of Knife, and Amber Spyglass.
I'll try it again.
Probably up there in my top 5, man. Top 5 trilogies I've ever read. So Harry Potter up there. What else have I read? Oh, what's that? Ready Player One's just come out as a movie. I just read a book called can't remember the Armada.
Armada.
Yeah, that's good.
What's that about?
A kid. His dad died years ago. Blah blah blah.
Story.
No. Oh. He plays this game. He's really good at this game. Top 5 in the world or something like that. It's about killing these aliens, but then it turns out the government have been training all the kids on this game to fight an actual aliens coming, like an actual alien invasion.
Oh, what did you think about this false flag that's coming?
Oh, what?
Is it a false flag?
The probe?
Yeah.
Oh shit, now you got me hard, baby.
Oh, okay.
Let me talk about the probes, baby. In space, baby. Yeah, I saw that probe, man. I saw that probe. It looks like a dick. That's why I got excited.
Yeah, one with
Woo!
fucking Austin Powers.
Oh yeah.
With the dicks going
It's
through
coming,
space.
bro. Coming. Dr. Evil's coming, bro. Nah, I'm nah.
Tell me, have you got
Oh,
a
my-
background on it?
What?
You know, the backstory on it?
Of the actual thing?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Let me
Oh, I
go.
was hoping you told me.
You keep talking while I.
Yeah, but you're good at breaking these things down.
What's it called? Space probe. It's a probe, innit?
Yeah, it's a probe.
Found by the sun.
And when you use the word probe, everyone thinks anal probe. What is that? That's from South Park, that isn't it?
Yes.
They've ruined the word probe for
They
everyone.
fucked that up, man. Big time. Look, even Harvard scientists are saying it may be an alien probe.
An interstellar object. Easy.
Oh my god.
What would you do if aliens come now? Would you think? Okay, do you think they're gonna be enemies or do you think they're gonna be friends of the universe?
Okay.
They're gonna fuck us up.
I believe, because in this Armada, No, I don't want to spoil the book because I like people reading.
Alright,
I'm not going to spoil it.
just
so
give him a shout though. Who is it written by?
Ernest Cline.
There you go.
Ernest Cline. Armada. It's a good test for humanity, basically. It's a test. But yeah, if it's the conspiracy I've been reading about is the government have been setting up a fake alien invasion for years to get us more under control than ever. So basically, fake alien invasion happens, and then
it's an old conspiracy theory that
big
been going
old
around for years.
maybe it's actually coming to fruition.
And it's a thing, just because it's a conspiracy doesn't mean it's not true.
Exactly, people stop using that. Stop having when you hear conspiracy, it's not negative. Don't think about negative. No, just have a look.
It's a theory.
Do your own little it's a theory. So have a look. There are some crazy ones, but there are amazing ones as well. I've raised the possibility that they've called it something. I don't know what it said.
The mysterious cigar shit.
Sounds like some
It's
Hawaiian thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like go on anyway.
It's a mysterious dick shape.
Cigar.
Cigar shape.
Cigar virginity.
Found in the solar system. Could have come from an alien civilization. What the fuck? The scientists sought to explain quirks in its movement by calculating whether it could be powered by the sun's radiation. Nobody knows what it is or where it came from. And it's too late to find out. Oh, nah. So we're never going to know.
So they picked up this cigar-shaped object, and now it's too late to go.
Bro, I was right
to find out what it is.
Yeah. Basically, they found it, and now it's too late to actually know what it actually is. So they're just guessing.
But is it? What do you think? Both sound like some bullshit, or
I knew it was Hawaiian.
Yeah, you were right. Yeah.
Found by a Hawaiian telescope, meaning
a messenger from afar.
Shit.
Oh, here we go.
It's just real, man.
Okay.
It's a metal-rich object.
Messenger from afar arriving first. Okay. We're setting up for something here, aren't we, Rich?
I think we are, man.
Setting up for
I think it's coming, man. I think we're going to get spoken to by somebody soon. I hope so, anyway. I want to get off this planet, man. I've had enough, man. Instead,
we're fucking puppies.
It dives between Mercury and the Sun and was zooming past Earth on its way out of that. Was zooming? How fast was this going? A path that meant that thing was an interstellar traveller from beyond. Oh, shit. It's real, bro. Scientists first called the object an asteroid, then later deemed it
a mildly active comet.
And it didn't show the typical signs of a comet, like tail dust and gas, nothing. What the fuck? Point that page. Oh, yeah. Either a naturally created material we've never seen before, or something made by aliens. Wow. One possibility is that it is a light sail floating in interstellar space as a debris from an advanced
advanced technological equipment.
But the authors suggest an even more exotic explanation. That's the object may be a fully operational probe sent intentionally to the Earth vicinity by alien civilized. Why do we think we're special? Why do you think they're looking for us? They might just be passing by, just have a look.
Yeah, we could be the shithole of the solar system.
They'd probably see us and go, there's another lower class civilization. Not even gonna bother. You know what I mean? They could just see that and be like, they're not ready.
They're still wiping their ass with toilet paper, don't they?
Yeah, what they doing? Look at them.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, man, it's looking good. I say it's looking good, but
yeah. So I follow the maxim of Sherlock Holmes, the
fictional detective.
When you have excluded the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. It's a good quote, though, isn't it?
Should we be excited by this?
If you like me, yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
If you like space and you've got, and you're excited about shit and you've got an open mind.
I do like space. Yeah.
Got an open mind to things.
My mind is also open.
I believe this is quite. Yeah, I'm quite excited.
So, summing that up, potentially a probe from an advanced alien civilization using materials we haven't seen before. and yeah, circling the Earth's vicinity, but it's been and gone now, hasn't it?
So it's gone. Might come again, maybe.
Yeah, there might have just been a little.
How fast must have been travelling though? Shit.
Mm.
So mad. It's mad. It's mad. Look it up, people.
I wish T was here for this, because I know T would be saying.
Tell me, Ricardo would say, it's not real because it's not a picture of the actual thing. Because it's a depiction of it. It's not an actual picture of the thing. But yeah, Ricardo would not believe it. He'd question it. I wouldn't say he wouldn't believe. He'd question it.
He would question it. It's good to question things, though, isn't it?
Watch out for that documentary. Ricky questions everything. Coming out summer 2019. So yeah, man, I'm gonna drop this podcast off because I want to go home and play Red Dead Redemption.
And I want to do some weird stuff.
Peace, love, be happier.
Wear your puppy, don't wear your puppy. Do what's right.
Do what you think's right. Just don't offend people.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. Sponsored by Tree.